Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, another Monday Night Live with MWR Financial. This is by far the most exciting Monday night that I've ever been a part of. Once again, we've got two great speakers. We've got multiple speakers for you tonight, but you're going to hear some great news. I want to say thank you for everybody who's joined the platform. Listen, you start chiming in. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Where do you log in from? What state? What city? Tell us who you are. Let's load up this platform tonight. And with this time that we've got left, before we launch this presentation and this entire platform, please send out those last-minute texts. Make those last-minute phone calls. If you're serious about growing your MWR financial business, you want your team on this platform tonight. This is a not miss event. You've got to hear this from the horse's mouth. Listen, a little bit of the curtain was pulled back a few weeks ago. We've got a chance now to see just a little bit more before we get to Fort Lauderdale on February the 4th and 5th. Looks like we're going to get an early Christmas present, guys. This is the most amazing thing that I've ever seen. I'll tell you what, I can't wait. I can't wait. Tell us who you are, what city, what state. Let's load up this platform tonight. This is going to be an exciting one. This is one for the records, no question about it. Paul from New Jersey, welcome to the platform, sir. Always first in, my friend Benjamin McCrae. Welcome, my friend. Who else do we have, guys? Tell us who you are. Jonathan Jones, welcome to the platform, sir. Dale out of Henderson, North Carolina, welcome to the platform, sir. Daryl Banks, Nightdale, North Carolina, welcome to the platform. Detroit, Michigan, Mr. Douglas. Benjamin McCrae, once again. Charlotte, checking in 2 times tonight. Miss Paris, good afternoon from Alabama. Welcome to the platform. All right, Yadalia, Wisconsin. I talked with the guy there this morning. It was 7 degrees. I feel for you guys. Texas, welcome to you. And thank you for joining, Miss Lovey Sullivan. Marvin McGee, Columbia, South Carolina. Who else is out there? Jonathan Jones again. Hey, good evening to you, sir. Miss Christy Cashflow Howard, ladies and gentlemen, Atlanta, Georgia. Hey, Christy Howard. So, guys, listen, let's load it up. Here we go again. Who else we have? Miss Soto, welcome to the platform. Who else we have out there? Miss Lynn Gibbs, Phoenix, Arizona, welcome to the platform. Portsmouth, Virginia in the house. Valerie, welcome. All right, good deal. Ray Elliott, Virginia, once again, welcome to the platform. Who else we have out there? Virginia. All right, Connecticut, welcome to the platform. Good to see you. Miss Cassandra Wooten, Goldsboro, North Carolina, always in the house. Tallahassee, Florida, way to go. Welcome to the platform. Who else is out there? All right, guys, Danny, good deal. We got Texas again. Welcome to the platform. Indiana, Miss Gomez, welcome to the platform. Who else is out there? All right, Washington, D.C., Miss Cecilia, our nation's capital. Welcome to the platform. Nightdale, North Carolina, Miss Kent, welcome to the platform. Mr. Mays, Indiana, welcome to the platform, sir. Let's get a few more in, guys, before we transition over. Mr. Gear out of Georgia, welcome to the platform, sir. It's good to see you. Julius Moore. All right. South Carolina in the house. Who else is out there? Alabama again. Josh McClain. Welcome to the platform, sir. Guys, give us a couple more and we'll transition over. There's Alabama again. Welcome to the platform. PJ. Miss Darton. Holly Springs, North Carolina. Welcome to the platform. Miss Caldwell. Windsor Mills, Maryland. Guys, give me a few more here. Let's load this up. Chicago's in the house and we're winning. That's for sure. Welcome to the platform. All right. Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Give me a few more. Guys, Miss Lewis, all right. Maryland, all right. Eastern Shore, all right. Miss Patton, there's our songbird. Alabama, welcome to the platform, ma'am. Guys, who else is out there? Give me 1 or 2 more. Hey, guys, and to all our Latino business partners, buenos dias. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining the platform. Guys, let's go ahead and get started. Listen, let me do my job and bring on our speakers for the night. And I'll bring on the first one. This is an exciting evening. Continue to send out those last-minute texts. Make those last-minute phone calls. I promise you, you want everybody on your team on this platform tonight. They need to hear and see what's about to be unveiled. So without further ado, I want to bring on our first speaker for the evening. You guys have heard from him before. He was on the platform with us a couple weeks ago. And as I said earlier, he kind of pulled back the curtain slightly and gave us a peek as to what we were going to see with these new enhancements in February in Fort Lauderdale. But tonight, we're going to pull the curtain back a little further to give you a real look at what the possibilities are for you and I and everybody else that's involved with MWR Financial. It gets more exciting by the minute. Now, this gentleman has built 4 multi-million-dollar companies, highly successful, the most compassionate person I've ever met. I never met a man that has such concern and compassion for the average everyday person, willing to reach back and help everybody win. He's a visionary leader. We know that. His forward-thinking leadership has made MWR Financial the fastest-growing financial strategies company in this United States, ladies and gentlemen. I'm fortunate to be on this team as well as you. So without further ado, please help me welcome to the platform the CEO and founder of MWR Financial, Mr. Brian T. House.
Hey, Gerald.
Hey, buddy, welcome to the platform. It's so good to see you. And hey, listen, you're bringing gifts tonight.
I feel like Santa Claus tonight. Right. And you know, I'm usually on these lives trying to hold my tongue and not let something slip. And tonight we're going to let it slip. Okay, we're going to let it all slip. And I will tell you this right now. I'm going to kill about 30 seconds here talking to you. But guys, I'm telling you, get everybody on your team, every customer, every member, every director, everybody you possibly can. I'd get them on this live right now. Okay. Yeah. And because literally we're going to, in February 4th and 5th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, we're going to set Fort Lauderdale on fire. Okay. And with our MWR Ignite event and all the announcements that we're making, all the training that we're going to be providing in regards to all of these things that I'm going to share with you tonight. I'm going to share them with you tonight. Okay. I'm not going to go into full detail on all these because all of that will be covered at our event in Fort Lauderdale, as well as training and getting to hear from our partners that we partnered with and the service providers that are handling this with us here at MWR Financial. All of this stuff, guys, is going to be rolled out there. But we didn't want to just tease you because I will tell you, there are some of the things I'm going to be discussing tonight that you need to know now to prepare yourself for February, to put yourself in position for what's going to happen in February, to have that first mover advantage. It's one thing for us to say that, and I think we said that on our last call, Gerald, about how we're providing people with a first mover advantage by giving them a little bit of a heads up. Right. But I got thinking about it, myself and Damo, our leaders, we got talking about it, and we said, you know what? Let's quit teasing. Let's quit teasing everybody. It's right here before Christmas. We're only a little over a month away from our event. Let's give people time to be able to run and take advantage of what's happening, because there are some things that will happen at the event that will be life-changing for some of you. Okay. And a lot of that has to do with in regards to our compensation plan. And I'm going to touch on all of that tonight. Okay. I'm going to touch on all of it tonight. So, again, we don't have time to over elaborate on all this stuff, but before I get into all this, and Gerald, just stay here. We're going to bring up a kind of a panel here, or you know what? Let me get through some of this stuff first. Gotcha. And then what I'll do is I'll bring everybody back. But if you can, Martina, if you can bring up my co-host on this, and that's none other than my good friend and our president of Field and Leadership Development, Mr. Ndamo Tolson.
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
I'm ready.
All right. Good deal. Well, listen, I don't care if we all stay up here, and I could bring up our other guest, but I'm going to bring him up at the end. Okay. To kind of tie some things together, because he's phenomenal at doing that. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. This is one of those things that I literally feel like Santa Claus right this second. Right. You know, like I'm getting ready to be able to deliver just this unbelievable gift that's going to change so many people's lives, and we're not exaggerating about it. God, this is when I tell you this stuff, you're going to flip. We told you February 4th and 5th was going to be huge in Fort Lauderdale. Probably the biggest announcements we have ever made as a company, right, in regards to every piece of our program. Okay. These are huge. And so with that, Dom, I'm going to need your help.
Okay.
Because I want to do this in a way that I give everybody enough so they can see exactly what we're excited about, but I don't want to over elaborate, because that can all be saved for the event. Okay.
Well, and Brian, the reason why it needs to be saved for the event, because the experts are going to be there breaking it all down. So we're not the experts, they are. So that's why we can save all that for the event. But you'll tell them enough, they'll know why, and they'll be excited. They won't even be able to sleep tonight. So it's on blame Brian for your insomnia tonight.
Yeah. Now I'm going to put out a disclaimer too. Okay. Everything I talk to you about tonight, everything that I share with you tonight, do not call our staff and ask about it. Do not call your leadership council members and ask about it. Okay. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to dig in deeper, and they're not going to say, oh, yeah, this is being handled this way, and this is the way this is going to work, and this is the way. Forget it. Don't even ask. Okay? I'm just going to tell you up front. It'll all be unveiled February 4th and 5th, and everybody will know then. What you've got tonight is the advantage of knowing exactly what's coming, how to prepare yourself for it, how to take advantage of it now, between now and February 4th and 5th. Okay, so don't call anybody trying to get more information, especially me or Indamo, because we ain't giving it to you. Okay, and I know Gerald isn't going to slip, and our other people that are on our leadership council, they're not gonna go into detail. We're just going to run and build till February 4th and 5th. Okay, that's all we need to focus on. All right, so here, let's start with the first thing, Dom. All right. Guys, here, and this may happen even prior to the event, okay? You're getting ready to see an enhanced credit restoration platform, okay? And I want you guys to do me a favor, give a big shout out to my sister, Leisha, our Chief Operating Officer. She has been working diligently along with our IT staff and to implement a platform that is going to provide you a lot better communication, a lot more notifications in regards to what's happening with your credit, a lot more reporting, and just a totally enhanced credit restoration platform. Okay, so I just thought I would throw that in there. That's a big one, but to me, that's a minor one compared to everything else we're going to talk about. Okay, so be looking forward to that. And again, that may happen even before the event. But give her a big shout out because she is working her butt off on it, and we couldn't pull it off without her. I can tell you. All right. We've had the same system and platform for 31 years, guys, 31 years. A few things have adjusted over those years, and it's been extremely effective. But you guys know, because of some adjustments we made here recently in regards to our process, because of the way the bureaus were handling things, that we figured, you know what, let's just bring the whole system up to the 21st century. Okay, let's make it to where everybody is getting a lot better results, getting a lot better communication, even though it still works great the way it is. Okay, the way we have it now with the adjustments that we've made. So that's coming. Now, we're also getting ready to roll out an enhancement to the eliminate my debt portion of your MWR membership. Okay, the eliminate my debt portion. Right now, you already have our, what our debt-free lifestyle plan that we give you, which shows you exactly how to pay off all your debts in a third to half the time or even less without spending any more that you're already spending. How it's going to save, how much interest it's going to save you, how much time it's going to save you on your debts, and how if you took that money and you invested it based off of a 3, 6, or 12% return, annual return, how long it would take you to be able to convert that debt into millionaire status, to where how long it would take you to become a debt-free cash millionaire. Okay, that date, everything's all provided for you. Now, it's great that we provide that for you, okay? But we're going to take it one step further, okay? Because now there is going to be another piece of our program in debt elimination, or in, eliminate my debt, that is going to do exactly that. Guys, we're going to turn your debt into wealth, Imagine your debt now making you money, not just costing you money. Okay? And some of you are going, how in the heck is that possible? I'm not going to tell you. Okay? Our experts are going to tell you, and it's been being done for decades. It's just most of you had no clue, because there are so many of us that, again, this stuff is not taught in our school systems. Okay? You're not going to learn this from just everybody on the street. Okay, but we're literally going to turn your debt into wealth. No longer will you just have a plan that shows you how fast you can get out of debt and how quick you can become a millionaire. We're going to make all of it work together to where, as you're eliminating your debts, you're becoming a millionaire. Okay. I hope you got that. I hope you got that, because the goal with this company is to create more millionaires than any other company in history. And I will tell you, I told you on our last call, I'm going to tell you again, that anybody that's plugged in with MWR Financial and participating with all the streams of cash flow that we provide, cash flow from your existing income. We do that with our cashback portion of our membership. Cash flow, increasing your cash flow or adding to your cash flow through our business opportunity with a residual income and immediate income. Okay. Then we're helping you multiply your cash flow through our passport program by giving you passive streams of cash flow, multiple passive streams of cash flow. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Okay. Because what you've seen right now is our private reserve account and land banking. Wait until I hit you with this. Okay. Wait until I hit you with this. Let me take a breath real quick. Okay.
Hit me.
Before I even get to that, I hope you guys are excited about your debt being converted to wealth. Okay. I hope you're excited about that, because I'm fired up about it. I've seen the impact and the results and what this program can do. And guys, you're going to have some phenomenal experts that are going to walk you through this process. And you are literally going to be blown away at the difference that this can make for you. Okay. So extremely exciting. All right. Especially since 90% of the population carries a debt service, and we can help them all. Okay. Turn that into wealth. And so I love it. Now, Vonda Bell, breathe. I can't, Vonda. I can't hardly breathe. Okay. I'm so excited. I can't breathe. But now, you guys know we have dabbled in real estate in the past, and unfortunately it didn't necessarily work out the way that we wanted to, but it's always been a passion of ours to help people with home ownership, because we believe that you should be building equity for yourself and not a landlord. Okay. That's how we feel about it. Now, it doesn't mean that some circumstances renting may be better for some people. And so we're in the financial industry, so we're not going to downplay that. But I will tell you, if you're not saving money the way you should, if you're not accumulating any type of net worth, then you better be owning a home. Okay. At least at the bare minimum, you better own a home and be building equity. Okay. And that's how we feel about it. Well, here's what I want you to imagine. In our cashback portion of our membership, we're also going to add a Fire My Landlord program. Okay. And this is going to be headed up by some phenomenal experts, as well as investors that are going to help you get into a home to fire your landlord. Okay. Regardless of your past credit history and regardless of your current credit scores.
What?
Let me repeat that. Okay. We're going to help everybody that wants to get into a home be able to become a home owner. Now, I'm not going to over elaborate on this, but there's a few things I need to touch on in regards to this, Dom. So I know you're sitting there chomping at the bit too, but I've got to say this. We want you to be able to get into a home. We believe that is part of the American dream that so many people want. They want to be able to own their own home. But the reality is that so many people either can't qualify or don't know that they can qualify. Okay. And so we're going to bridge that gap. And the way we're going to do this is that with our Fire My Landlord program, you're going to be able to fill out a simple questionnaire. You're going to be able to answer some information, provide some information to our experts. All right. Our affordable housing experts. That's what these guys are. Okay. They're going to review that information. They're going to review your debt to income ratios. They're going to review your past rent history. Maybe if you're already renting, they're going to review your income and make sure that you can actually afford to purchase a home. Okay. Now, if you're already paying rent, I can tell you can afford to purchase a home. But what they're going to do is they're going to figure out how much of a home you can afford to purchase. How much of a home you can afford to purchase. Once they figure that out, they're going to put you on a plan to where they're going to help you locate your home, but you're going to have the ability to go locate your home as well. Okay. So once you know how much you can qualify, you're going to be able to go and look for a home yourself. once that home is located by either you or with the help of the investor that's working with you, they will then agree to rent to own that property or lease option that property with you, okay, for you for up to 36 months. Now, here's what's crazy about this is that, and they can do that for anywhere between 3.7% to maybe 10%. And so I'm going way too far in detail. I know. But instead of you having to come up with 20% and all this stuff with conventional financing, so we'll let them explain all that. All right. But here's what's so cool about it is that they will rent to own or let you rent to own for up to 36 months. And during that time period, you're obviously utilizing your MWR financial membership to lower your debt to income ratios, to get your credit scores back into the best shape possible, to create as much cash flow out of your existing income or with a business income, all these things that are going to put you in the most favorable position to be able to qualify for lending. God forbid something happens and you make all your rent payments for those 36 months, of which you can get conventional financing anytime, but during that 36 months, if you're ready, okay. But during that time period, or at the end of that time period, if you can't obtain conventional financing, the investor will actually owner finance it for you. Okay. That's all you're finding out. All right. So that that is I don't know. Okay. So crazy stuff here. People putting stuff on here, but that's happening with our Fire My Landlord program. Now, let's move on to Passport, Dom.
Yes.
Okay. You got anything you want to add about what I just said briefly?
No, you know what? No, because you said enough. It's just one of the other things. The only thing I would add is this, and why it was important for us to have this in our platform, and especially in what we do, is because we know that home ownership is the first rung that most people have on the ladder to create wealth. And that's what this allows people to do. So anyone that truly wants to be a homeowner, they're going to be able to see that happen. And when we're in the middle of people's dreams, as our ability to go share this with other people, I'm telling you, it's powerful. So I'm excited. Let's move to the
right.
next.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. And listen, that would be enough. If we stopped right there, that would be enough. Okay. But we're not done yet. Okay. So in our Passport program, all right, you're getting ready to see a diversified cash flow account. Okay. Where you're going to have access to a diversified cash flow account. This program works very similar to what a private reserve account is. Now there's different cases and it works for and I got it done for different people, different ways. Okay. But I want you to think about how you can actually have a diversified cash flow account that not only earned you interest on the money that was accumulating in that account, but it also earned you dividends. So now you're earning interest and dividends with the ability to be able to borrow from yourself. Okay. Little different than a private reserve account, but same philosophy, able to capitalize on arbitrage, able to still earn on the money you borrow from yourself as if it never left your account. So all those things are similar, and we'll go into more detail on that. But there is some functionality to this thing that will provide you with some advantages when it comes to investing in other things. You guys have heard me talk about double dipping. Okay, to where now I have a diversified cash flow account that doesn't have fluctuating interest rates like a private reserve account or returns. This has uninterrupted returns plus dividends with the ability to access your money at any time. Now, here's what's so great about that. Let's say you wanted to go buy a piece of real estate, or you wanted to participate in our land banking program. Imagine being able to borrow money out of your diversified cash flow account or your private reserve account, either one, but we're talking about just the diversified cash flow account right now. Imagine borrowing money out of your private or your diversified cash flow account, going and buying land, and you're now making money on the increase in value of the land and you're making interest and dividend payments on the money that you borrowed from your diversified cash flow account. That's double dipping. That's you compounding your money twice, not one time, just like the wealthy have done for decades. The only problem is nobody ever shared that information with you, okay, until now. You now have access to it. That's going to be with our diversified cash flow account. We'll go into a lot more detail on that at the event.
And Brian, let me say this. This is what the best way I can explain a diversified cash flow account. So it's simple. It's like a savings account on steroids. So just think of that, a savings account on major steroids. It's powerful,
but not 0.25% return. I mean,
right. Not that's why I said it is boosted. It's on steroids. So just think of it like that, and you'll understand what's about to come. And when you see it all laid out and broken down to you, you are literally going to lose your mind, and you literally going to realize I'm doing the same thing that the wealthiest people in this country do all the time. I'm now have access and operating in that manner.
Yes. All right, Dom, let's get to the next one.
Yes.
Okay. This one's huge, guys. This one's huge. And you guys have been on us about this and asked us about this. And guys, I will tell you, we have spent 3 years, maybe a little over it.
It was actually over 3 years, actually.
3 years vetting programs and systems and companies and individuals and expert people that claim to be experts and that really weren't experts. And guys, we've spent so much time on this because we understand the appeal that goes along with it. Okay. And the excitement that can go along with it. But we also, what we've realized is we also know the downside. Okay. That's out there, which a lot of us don't see. A lot of you don't see. We hear all the good things about this industry, but you don't always hear the bad. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that's came out recently, in regards to one portion of this industry, but the heck with it. I'm just going to tell them, Dom. Okay. Yes. We're getting ready to introduce a managed fund. Okay. Forex and crypto trading done for you by licensed experts with a proven track record of success, with all of our SEC filings done, with total transparency to where you're not having somebody telling you they're getting returns when that's really not the case. They're just funneling money from new people into old people's accounts. What you're going to end up seeing is full transparency when it comes to Forex and crypto trading done for you, to where now every trade that is executed that affects your account will be done live, so that you can follow along with that trade. Now, we're not going, as with everything, we were looking for ways to be able to participate in this industry without, how do I say this, without you having to spend hours and hours and hours trying to become an expert yourself. Just like everything we do, this is done by real experts. These guys are phenomenal.
They're the highest level.
The main guy is unbelievable. And his credibility, and when you get to know him and his background with the federal government, with the CIA, with just everything, his credentials are crazy. Okay. But, and I've known him for a long time, and we watched and wanted to make sure that and I will tell you, out of everything that I've seen out there, he has the most legitimate platform in this space that does it real, that lets people know you can lose money, not just all the hype, but you can lose money. But with his track record, I can't say past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Okay. But I will tell you this, I've not seen anything he's done blow somebody's account. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Now I will say this, in regard, I'm watching some of the comments, man. It's cracking me up. But this has got people fired up, and me too, guys. Me too. Yes. But I will tell you, watching what he's been able to accomplish with this, the platform that we're putting into place, the fact that we're going to do it right, and we're going to run a pilot program that those people that are participating that are at right now the $149.97. You got a $99.97 membership. You're paying a $50 a month Biz Center. Yeah, we're going to take probably 1,000 of those people and let them participate in.
Those that are at the initial pilot program are all those that are at the Ignite event.
The initial participants will be at the event. So whoever's at the event will have first chance at participating in a pilot program. But and I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot to say that, Dom. But what I will tell you is that I love the methodology behind his trading, okay, and their trading and the way they do things. And they focus on trades that produce big gains, medium gains, and if they take losses, they're going to have small losses, okay, to where your big gains and your medium gains typically always outperform your small losses, okay? And with that philosophy, again, I'm not going to go into great detail on it, but because we'll let the experts explain it, not me, okay? But I'm extremely excited about this, and I'm extremely excited that we get to bring that to you because I know many of you may have participated outside of MWR Financial, and you've seen some crazy things happen. We know some of you, and we've talked to several of you that have said, hey, is it okay if I do Forex and crypto, maybe with this company over here? And then you call us 6 months later and you're going, man, you were right, because we always said you can do whatever you want, but we don't recommend that you participate in some of these companies because majority of them, almost 95% of them, go out of business. And they're not providing you with, it's really a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Right.
Okay. Some of them, we've seen companies that, and we talked about it the other day, where companies were actually taking money from new members and paying old members and acting like it was returns. Right. Acted like they were getting them returns. It was a Ponzi scheme. Okay. And nobody wins 100% of their trades. Right. Just so you know that. If anybody tells you that, run away from them. Okay. Because they're lying to you. That doesn't happen. All right. Not legitimately. Okay. So we're fixing that. And we're going to have what I believe is going to be the best managed fund out there to where you're going to get to participate in the gains on that. And you may experience some losses too, just so you know, but because we have to clarify that. But I believe that's going to be minimal compared to the gains. Let's just put it that way, based on what I've seen over the last year and a half, at least track record with live trades that have been initiated to where we've got to watch them, and they're legit. They do it the right way. Okay. So what are you going to say, Dom?
I'll just say this, because one of the things is you're right. Everything you said, love it, love it, love it, love it. But we talk about an expert. And remember, the experts are doing the work and they're managing. So there's nothing you have to do. It just happens for you. But the expert that we're using is the same expert. And I think people glossed over because they don't realize the impact of that. But at the event, and when they start to get involved with this, they'll understand what it means when you say all SEC filings, all licenses, everything's in place. So this is not rinky-dink. We're ready to run as soon as it's anything. But this expert was doing this for the country, for the government. So when all that money that people are overpaying their taxes, that's $6 billion on average that we give to the government. This is how they were getting returns for this person. That your expert is someone that was doing this for the federal government. That's how powerful this is.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So let's don't give any more of that away. Okay. Let's just kind of leave it the way it is. But guys, we're extremely excited about it. Now, in addition to all of this, and this is what I want you guys to pay very close attention to, and make sure your teams know. because with all of these enhancements, there will be new pricing. Now, here's the great thing for everybody, okay? Everybody that is already at $50 for the Biz Center and $99.97 are playing, and things could change between now and then, okay? But I don't think they will. But our membership will be $149.97, okay? However, if you're only participating in the membership right now, if you already have the business in the membership, you'll just be billed $149.97 instead of two different payments, okay? $99.97 and $50. It'll all be combined together, and you still have your business, you have everything, and you get access to everything that I just mentioned. You have all that, okay? And obviously, when we make enhancements like this, you already know it costs money and costs the company money, but there's also some other benefits to that, because when we do these type of enhancements, we also try to create additional margins that allow us to pay out more in our comp plan. And we're going to talk about that in just a second too, okay? But these are tremendous value adds that we're putting into our membership for you guys to have access, and these experts, okay? And the tools and the systems that you'll be provided with. Now, if you have customers that are at $99.97, they will be grandfathered in if they choose not to upgrade to the business right now with the additional $50 a month. They'll be grandfathered in for everything except the managed fund. They will not be able to participate in the managed fund unless they're paying the $149.97 membership. Everything else I just mentioned, they're grandfathered in, all the additional enhancements. They get all that plus all the stuff that they already have or had, okay? But the managed fund cost us. It's a big expense. And I told you guys, we're going to put our money where our mouth is. We're reinvesting back into the company and into you guys so that you can have everything you need to make wealth real, period. Okay? And there you go. With the just dumb shirt. But so that's what'll happen. Now, I will tell you, to participate in the business, this is very important, so pay close attention. All right? There's an opportunity for people to get involved with the business and the membership right now for $149.97 a month. Okay? $50 Biz Center, $99.97 membership. They can get involved right now at $149.97 with both of those things. Come February 4th and 5th, or 4th, when we make this announcement, there will be a one-time setup fee of, if nothing changes, of $100. Meaning, to get started in the business, it will cost $249.97 to get started, not $149.97. But that additional $100 is used for exactly what it's called, a setup fee, a one-time setup fee. All right? Because there's a lot that goes into the back end of what we're doing. All right? But with this enhancement also comes, but people can get involved now, between now and February 4th. And if they're at the $149.97, they don't ever have to pay that $100 setup fee. They're just automatically in. Business, membership, everything, all services, all enhancements, all of it, they get it all, okay? Which really is where most of you probably are at anyway, right now, okay? So, which is a big deal. Now, comp plan enhancements. Here's what I'm going to tell you, and then we're going to close this out. We're going to bring on our other special guest here because I know he's been listening behind the scenes. I've already thrown up on him and some of the rest of you, some of our other leaders. Gerald, I know I've had some conversations with you, but while we're going through all this stuff, but with all these enhancements, there's also going to be major, and I mean major, comp plan enhancements. Okay? And I'm talking, there will be some of you that will go into our event. Will go into our event, and you will walk out making more money at 5 o'clock on February 4th. When your text message comes out, If you are at the 3rd level, 4th level, or higher, there is a very good probability that with the exact same points you have right now, you could end up with a pay raise. Okay? Now, it doesn't affect the first 2 levels. So if you have 3 people personally enrolled and you're at level 1 or executive director, and then you have or 2-star executive director with 12 people on your team and you're making $20 a day, nothing's going to change there. Nothing's going to change there. But I will tell you that 3rd, 4th level on up, we have enhanced the comp plan. We have enhanced the comp plan. And I will tell you this, all right? What used to be an $8,500 a day payout that you could reach in our comp plan, there's a good chance that you're going to see that jump anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000 a day without adding more levels. Without adding more levels to our daily guarantee. That means that money had to be added into the existing compensation plan. Okay? I hope everybody gets this. I really do. Am I missing something, Dom?
No. You're on it. You're on it. So
okay.
I will just help you.
Last thing I'm going to say.
Oh, well, let me just say this so I make sure so they get it. So you're mean to tell me that people in our comp plan going forward, starting on February 4th, that people could go from $5 a day to potentially up to $15,000 per day?
Yeah, which adds up to $5.5 million per year.
Residually.
True
residual income.
Yes, sir. Not $8,500 where it is now.
Right.
$15,000. Okay. And that's the goal, $15,000. Now, again, we may end up making some adjustments depending on how we finalize a few other things that we're working on right now. I don't foresee it. I think it's going to be that way. But either way, it's going to be an enhancement and it's going to be phenomenal. But so that's there.
Everybody be okay with $12,000 a day.
I'm going to just say this. Your rank in MWR is now determined by your level of daily guarantee. And because of those levels of daily guarantee, you want to get to the 4th level or higher as quickly as you possibly can. Because for those of you that do that, which you could do it between now and February 4th, for those of you that do that, there comes another pay raise. Okay? Because now you're going to be earning leadership coding bonuses or leadership expansion bonuses based on what level you are. That starts at the 4th level all the way through the 15th level.
That's 4-star.
Where literally 4th level to the 15th level, and literally you could be making anywhere between $50 to $200 for every member that comes into your organization. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, I'll just leave in one-time pay, not residual. In one time, you still got your residual, but we wanted to create a scenario for the people that go out there and get it done, and they're out there busting their butt, and they're supporting their teams, and they're helping other people win. We want to make sure that when you go do a meeting, that when you leave that meeting, if 10 people signed up, you've got an immediate, instant paycheck coming the next day. Daily. Okay?
Wow.
Okay. Now, I can't think of anything. I'm not going to. That's it, Dom. I think I've said enough. And if that isn't enough, if everybody isn't excited and this doesn't feel like a Christmas present, please get off the line. Please, I can't do anymore.
Brian, you just blew them away.
I'm not sleeping. I'm literally 16 hours a day right now because we're making this happen for you guys. Okay?
You just blew everybody away. They don't even know what to say. I don't think they even realize what you just said. What you just said is that people will have upfront money.
I know.
Right now, upfront money. From $50 to $200, potentially $200 up front for every person that comes to your organization through infinity and beyond.
Exactly.
Wow.
I will say this. There is nobody that is in MWR Financial that if you apply what we are putting in place, what we already have, if you apply it, there is absolutely none of you that cannot become millionaires. None of you. When we say we want to create more millionaires than any other company in history, we have the best, the first, the best, and the only platform that has everything you need to make it happen all in one place. We're the only one. Okay? So I'm going to shut up and let's bring on our special guest.
Well,
go ahead, Dom.
I want to say, Brian,
I
definitely want to say, bring our special guest. I want everyone to understand, and I know that he's going to be able to really take this and grow with it. It is rare in business. I'm talking extremely rare in business for you to be inside of a window of opportunity inside of a window of opportunity. So our company is a window of opportunity, but to be inside that window, what I mean is it's rare in business to be able to know something's coming, recognize it can greatly enhance your income. You can actually do something about it and not have to go to jail. Because see, if this was a stock, that's called insider trading. But people literally, and Brian, you and I have seen this in our careers, where you saw people where they were at one income and they literally created a six-figure income or a deep six-figure income in a matter of we have 46 days to our launch. I mean, when we launch these new enhancements, 46 days. We've seen this happen to people where their income jumped extraordinarily because they went and put in an extraordinary effort to go make that run over the 46 days. They realize they will never have this. I don't know when they'll ever have that kind of opportunity to get in front of it, because we talked about grandfathering and all those things. So that's why the person that we're going to bring on next to hear what he has to say, man, I'd apply everything he tells you to do, because this is how you change your life.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And without any further ado, let's bring him on, because and I want to say this before he comes up. Because I bounce, Dom, I bounce a lot of stuff off of him because of his ability to be able to create frameworks and to be able to put things into perspective, and he has a ton of experience at doing it. And so I bounce a lot of stuff off of him, including what we talked about yesterday, Dom, how we are the ultimate cash flow company. We're not just a financial makeover company. If you want to take the positive route to that, we are the ultimate cash flow company. And I just really appreciate all of his feedback and input, what he does for his team. And just like so many of our other leaders, like Gerald and Kevin, and I'm going to get in trouble for mentioning names, Christy and all of them. But just really appreciate him greatly. And I know that with what he's just heard, he'll be able to probably shed a little different light on this than what we even have, because we're running on adrenaline and excitement. He's sitting back there, and I know he's absorbing it, going, okay, this is what I see with this. So without any further ado, let's bring on none other than MWR's top income earner, our fastest millionaire residual income ring earner, 5-star regional director, and mentor to millions, Mr. Brian N. Bean.
All right, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, I tell you.
I feel like we just had an event, Brian.
You said this. I was like, Brian is actually in Fort Lauderdale right now. He's on stage, getting ready to go, man. I want to tell everybody something, man. Brian, it's amazing, man. I've been in this industry 25 years since I was 19 years old. I've been in this industry 25 years. I've never seen a founder, guys, more excited. You know what I mean? I've never seen a founder more excited to share with you how he got rich. Now, he's not allowed to say that, but I'm allowed to say it, right? I've never seen a founder run out of breath on a Zoom or on stage because he can't wait for you to surpass his net worth. I've never seen it. Guys, I'm telling you, I've been to the top of 9 companies. I don't think a lot of people realize I don't say it much. I've been to the top of 9 different companies: binaries, unilevels, breakaways, matrix, stair-step, force matrix, you name it. I've been to the top of 9 different companies: travel business, product business, service business. But the last 11 years of my life have been in this financial industry. And there's a reason for that. The reason is I finally found a founder. Repeat that a few times. I finally found a founder who is really giving you the secrets. In other words, every other company I know, Dom, every other company I've been in, they tell you, go move the product, go move the service, go move the weight loss, go show people how to travel, go show people the technology, go show people the services. But meanwhile, they're investing and they're telling you to go make commissions. But meanwhile, they got rich because they're a company owner. They got rich because they're using private reserve accounts. They got rich because they're using a diversified cash flow fund. They got rich because they're doing everything that the field is not doing.
Right.
Finally, there's a founder, Mr. Houston, just sit there and take this for a minute. Finally, there's a founder who said, I'm going to up the ante in the comp plan because that's what most people need today. But I'm going to have a place for them to put their funds today, tomorrow, the day after, years after, and months later. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. And I don't have any reason to lie to you guys. He didn't tell y'all everything. He didn't tell y'all everything. I'm just being honest. Y'all like, man, he told us everything. That's because you don't know what
they
you
ain't ready for that, Brian. they ain't ready for that. When they're at your level, they're ready for that.
I'm telling you, the man has a plan. And I talk to Dom too. Yep. Me and Dom talk all the time. My point to you guys is when these guys call, it's always something uplifting. It's always something where we're going to make the company better via the field's success. See, guys, a lot of companies are top heavy. A lot of y'all don't know. That means they got a secretary to the secretary, and the secretary has an assistant who has a limo driver who has an assistant. And then the president has a jet, and the founder has this, and the CEOs have that. So they're top heavy, and everything we do in the field feeds them. You can tell by now when a man says, I'm going to increase the daily guarantee, add another component coding to it, and I'm not increasing it by adding more levels. That means the levels are going to shrink down, still be about 15, but you're going to get paid instantly. I mean, like how much more y'all need to see? No, I'm serious. Like, how much more y'all need to see? Let me wrap this up. Let me wrap this up for you guys. Okay. About 8 different things have to line up. I wrote this training years ago called A Perfect Storm. 8 different things have to line up for you to hit the grand slam. I had a few home runs in my life, but MWR is the grand slam. And home runs have allowed me to travel the world when I want, whenever I want, sleep as late as I want to sleep, get up when I want to wake up, become a millionaire, fly out when I can fly out tomorrow morning if I want to, go to Japan and say I'll be back in a week. No bags packed. I've done this. No bags packed. I'll shop when I get where I'm going and then bring what I got home. That's what a home run will do. This is a grand slam. This is a grand slam. You have to have the right industry. Everybody knows America right now needs a financial makeover as a country, and our people need something that they can believe in. You have to have the right founder. I've talked about him for 5 minutes in a row, the right founder with the right integrity. You have to have the right company, meaning the company has the integrity and the pulse of the founder, but he has a company that other people can participate in. You have to have the right service. That means, what do people need right now? Yes, people need weight loss. We get it. Yes, people need travel companies. We get it. Yes, people need insurance or whatever else is out there in network marketing. We get it. But more than anything, guess what people need? Money. So when you got a cash flow company where the product or services gives you more money, we got the right product. You got to have the right comp plan. People need some upfront money. The little guys got to be able to win, and the big guys got to be able to win, and everybody in the middle got to be able to win. Dom, that's not an easy feat. That's not easy. Most companies, I know about 11 guys at the top and everybody else broke. I know some companies where everybody at the bottom make money, but the guys at the top starving. It's hard to balance out that comp plan. You got to have the right training. You guys, when you see the back office, the themes that we're running, the campaigns that we're running, the 4.0 mantra that we're running, You got to have the right training and support. You understand? Then you got to have the right team. See, we ain't allowing all that politics and infighting and jealousy and hatred. The enemy is not in MWR. The enemy is outside MWR with inferior companies. That's number 7. But guess what number 8 is in this perfect storm? You. See, nobody wants to talk about the you factor. Everybody's going to pick apart the real estate program. Why is it not this? Why is it not that? Everybody's going to pick apart the 4X program. Why is it not this? Why is it not that? Everybody's going to go research a managed fund, a diversified savings. Everybody's going to pick apart the compensation plan. Why I got to be at level 4? Well, because you got to be at level 4. See, the problem is you. That's it. The perfect storm, when these 8 things have lined up for me, I became a millionaire. If one is out of whack, I've been in the right company, terrible founder, terrible founder. I've had a great founder, comp plan sucked. I've had an awesome product, terrible team. I've had a great team, horrible timing. You know, when the 8 things line up that make you hit a grand slam, this is the grand slam. And Gerald, some people's lives are going to change. The rest of their natural lives just changed today, and they don't even know it. The rest of your natural lives, not February 4th and 5th, the rest of your life changed today. Here's why. Because he gave you a 45-day head start. So what that means is you can grandfather as many people in as possible. So when the switch flips, you're already in position. I'll close with this. There are 3 types of prospects, guys. 3. You have what are called greens, you have what are called blues, and you have what are called reds. A green is a person who looks up to you. So follow me. To a green, you're a red. I'm going to explain this. Follow me closely. Greens, blues, and reds. A green looks up to you. What you have to do right now is get the posture that you're going to stop talking to prospects that you know need the opportunity. Brian, I talked to my son because he got bad credit. I talked to my friend because she needs to adjust her W-4. I don't only talk to needy people. Those are greens. This is not a condescending statement. I want you to understand how society works. People who look up to you will look at this business because you asked them to, because you are who you are. But that's not who you need to be chasing right now. That's the easy way out. If you want to change your life, you're going to chase reds now. Watch. Blues are in your peer circle. They work with you. They're in your neighborhood. Y'all's houses are about the same. Y'all make about the same amount of money. Y'all got the same habits. This is the hardest team, the hardest group to talk to, because who are you to tell them when you got the Honda LX, they got the EX. You got the Mercedes E-Class, they got the E20. You know what I mean? All this stuff. So you work this job, they work that job. Y'all borrow money from each other. That's the peer group that you hang around the most, but that's also the hardest people to talk to. Because here you come talking about real estate and diversified savings, and they're like, yeah, right. You got $20 that you got $20 from last week that you owe me. A red is a person you look up to. Finally, once you get your posture, you can go ask a red right now. I'm gonna give y'all some game right now. Hey, listen, have you ever heard of a managed fund? Now they're gonna because they're a red, they're gonna act like they heard. Yes, I know exactly what that is. That's where we manage the fund. No, that's what they're gonna say. They can't, because they're red. They can't act like they don't know. Hey, have you ever heard of a diversified cash flow fund? Yes, that's where the portfolio is similar to a mutual fund where it's diversified. That's not what it is. But you're going to stroke their ego. Hey, listen, let me ask you a question. If I had a diversified managed fund or diversified cash flow fund where people like yourself are getting double-digit returns and I could put you with others doing the same thing, would you be open to partnering with my organization? See, I'm already coming up with the red approaches. The approach that a person with some posture has, because a red, watch, will talk to his blues, and those are more of your reds. Some of y'all missed that. When I recruit up and get reds that I look up to, and they talk to their peers, Gerald, those are more reds for me because all y'all red for me. When a red talks to a green, that's your blue. You see, when a red talks to a red, that's a super red. Like he went to his peers. This managed fund and this international approach, if y'all understand what crypto and Forex now is, I'm not saying we can sign up people internationally. I'm saying we can get paid off international money. You hear the difference? I'm not saying we can sign up people internationally. I'm saying we can now get paid off international money.
Currency, yeah.
You now have something for everyone. So please don't go out here and talk to the brokest person you know and mess up the red, blue, green spectrum. It's time for y'all to hit grand slams. And 2023 is going to be the year your life changes. You heard it here first. Mark my words. Brian House, I salute you, man.
Wow.
There's not a lot of people on the planet like you. I've met a lot of founders, but a lot of them talk the talk, but they don't teach you how to get wealthy. And you're doing it, man. And don't stop.
Hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That means a lot, Brian. And guys, listen, I hope you paid attention to what he said, because that was one of the things that was really important to me, is that you had a program that you could take to any peer group.
That's right.
Any peer group. Not, you know, we say it all the time, and it's not that we don't want to help people that are struggling. We absolutely do. But this program is designed for people with $2 in their pocket or $2 million in their pocket or anywhere in between. You have to understand that. Don't limit yourself to thinking that I just need to talk to my broke cousin, uncle, aunt, sister, brother, whoever it is. All right. You can talk to anybody about this. And I will tell you, I told Dom this the other day, that if you called me and you said, hey, whatever peer group you are, okay, you could call me at any peer group and tell me, in the position that I'm in, and I say that humbly, not arrogantly, I say that humbly, but if you call me and you said, Brian, I just saw a way to be able to increase our cash flow, would you be interested in taking a look at it? Mm-hmm. Now, to me as a business owner, anytime you talk to me about cash flow, I'm probably going to say, what is it? Right. And then your best answer would be, it's a 5-minute video. Check this out.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But I will tell you, that would appeal to me. If you came to me with a financial makeover as a CEO of a company with multi-million-dollar net worth, if you did that, it's probably not going to appeal to me, guys. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because the business I'm running, the platform I'm on, I've already went through the financial makeover. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I'm still applying those principles. But I'm past the point of needing the makeover.
There you go.
Okay? And that's the difference with the Reds. The Reds may not need the makeover, but man, they are always interested in more cash flow.
Absolutely.
Always. Okay. And so Brian, I appreciate you putting that into perspective for us, breaking everything down. I really appreciate all the kind words. I'll send you a check on that, by the way. Yeah.
Got my back office.
Yeah, exactly. But guys, listen, we want to close it out. And the most important thing I can say is I want you guys to have a very, very Merry Christmas. And I think tonight, we gave you a gift. I really do feel like we've given you a gift. And I think it's one that is you're not going to just get rewarded one time with. I think you can get rewarded a lifetime with this gift, that we're giving you. And so be in prayer for us. I know Indamo, Sonia, Leisha, our entire staff, our IT staff, we're working hard, guys, and we're working through the holidays. We'll literally take off for Christmas, and we'll probably take off on New Year's Eve. But the rest of the time we're working. Okay. And there's a lot of people that it takes to make this happen. So if you get a chance, if you're on the phone with support or any of those guys, thank them. Thank them, because I can tell you they work their butts off for you, and they love every single one of you guys. And they do it. One, they get paid, but I will tell you, they get so much joy out of seeing you guys win, the same as I do, the same as Indamo, same as Brian, any of our leaders, Gerald. There's nothing more rewarding than seeing other people win because you did something or you introduced them to something that made a difference in their life. Nothing more rewarding. And the best thing I can tell you this holiday is don't keep it to yourself. Give it away. Give it away. All right. This is the gift that keeps on giving, and it's going to keep on giving more and more and more. So with that, guys, have a very Merry Christmas. We love you guys, and we'll probably talk to you in between Christmas or New Year's. But be safe out there, and guys, if you need anything, obviously we're here for you. So appreciate you a bunch. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
See you, Don. See you, Brian.
Right,
Thank you.
Brian.
Good night, guys. Merry Christmas.